Hi there, my name's Adrian and welcome to Hyundai Power Equipment. Today we're going to look at the Hyundai HYT140 petrol tiller. Right, let's examine the contents of your box then, shall we? Okay, let's see what you get then. First of all, you've got the tiller unit itself. As you can see, it comes mostly assembled other than the two handles and the drag bar. You've got the two handles which are already connected by the control cables, the drag bar, you get a pair of spanners, the spark plug spanner, a user manual and a quick start guide. Okay, let's get straight on with the assembly then. First thing you need to do is to fit the drag bar. So when you look at the drag bar, you'll see that it's got a bend, it's got a short part and a long part. The long part goes furthest most up, and you'll see that it's got three grooves. While we're assembling it, we're going to look at the bottom groove. So if we take this clip out of here, which is where it comes transported to you, and we're going to fit this bar long side up into the bottom groove. You can simply tip it up, line the bottom groove up with the hole. There we are. And fit the clip. And that's the drag bar fitted in its lowest position. And I will just stop it tipping over while I'm fitting the handles. The next thing we need to do is to remove these 6 bolts. So there are 3 either side. So we'll do that now. I've already removed the other 3 to speed things up. Okay, 2 parts to the handle. Now then, the right hand cable goes to the left handle and the left hand cable goes to the right handle. So when you put them together, the cables cross over in the middle, so you get the handles on the right way round. So there's the left, so that's the right. That's the right, so that's the left. Okay. Now then, you'll see that there's a plastic part between the 2 handles. First of all, the one handle needs to be passed through the hole in the other part to line them up. So we'll do that first. It's quite a good fit, but it does go quite simply. There we are, and that's the 2 handles joined together with the plastic clip. The next job is to pick the handles up. Just try and get them in the spot so we can do that simply. We'll just work on the one handle first. The plastic part slides over the top of this metal beam, and then the bolts, 3 holes, 3 bolts, go through the holes. So that side is now actually located, but very loosely. I'll just put a nut on the inside, and then we can do the same with this side. Whoop. Once we get these first 2 bolts in, it's plain sailing. Here we are. That's the 2 lower bolts in. Just put a nut on there to secure it. And then we can fit the other 4 bolts. Do it over here so you can see. So just repeat the operation. Wriggle and a jiggle through the hole. Nut on the inside. Number 3. And 4. That's 5. And the last one. Okay, so now we need to push this cap down on the top, right down onto the bar so that it's tight, and we can go ahead and tighten the 6 bolts. Your spanners, you've got 13mm one end and 10mm the other. For the handle you're looking at the 13mm. So if I just hold the nut on the inside, and I can tighten the bolt on the outside. Won't tighten them all the way yet, just put them tight-ish until we get all 6 that way, and then I'll just nip them up at the end. That's it. 3. 4. 5, and the last one. So I can tighten up all 6 bolts. Okay, that's the handle fitted. Now you'll also notice on the handle you have a plastic clip on each handle. Right hand cable comes over onto this left handle with a clip, and the other cable onto the other handle with a clip, and they're both securely located. And that's pretty much your assembly work done. As you can see, it only took a few minutes to assemble, and we're pretty much all the way there. Next thing we have to do, vitally important, is fill the engine with engine oil, and then obviously we're going to need petrol. So what I'll do is spin the unit around to show you where the engine oil goes and how to do it. So it's only lightweight, it's pretty simple for me to spin it round. There we are. Right then, I'm not very tall, so I've got to look over the top. Engine oil filler. Right, it's basically a dipstick and a filler tube in one. So if you remove the dipstick and the plug, you'll see there are serrated lines on the dipstick, and the oil level needs to be at the uppermost level of the serrated lines. So you need to pour in your engine oil, which is either 1540 or 1030 engine oil. Just pour it in nice and slowly and give it time to go down, and then test the oil level by placing the dipstick in the hole, not screwing it in, just pulling it out again, and you're looking for the top of the serrated line. So that would be the method of checking the oil. Just in until it touches, and then top of the serrated lines. So once it's up to the top of the serrated lines, when you dip it like that, happy days, got the correct amount of engine oil, and we can screw the dipstick back in firmly so we don't get any leaks. Right, I'll spin it right the other way again. Petrol. Now then, fresh unleaded petrol, no additives, nothing like that. This is a 4-stroke machine, no 2-stroke oil, 4-stroke machine. Fresh unleaded petrol straight from your service station, absolutely fine. Unscrew the top, straight in the hole. Try not to overfill it, and if you do splash fuel, wait until it's, wipe it up and wait until it's fully evaporated, there's nothing left before you even attempt to start the engine. And obviously never fill it with fuel while the engine's hot. Should you spill it and you splash onto the exhaust or something like that, you're looking at a fire risk. So just wait till the engine's cold before refilling. Always stop the engine before refilling, and it's fresh unleaded petrol. Okay, so we've put engine oil in, we've put petrol in. It's pretty much ready to go. So the next thing for me to do is to talk you through a few of the features and the starting procedure for your tiller. Right, let's go through a few of the features of your tiller then. First of all, you have the transport wheel. Now this has 2 positions. This is shown in the down position, which is for transport. So you basically just lift the handles up and it'll freewheel along on its wheel to make it easy to transport. And the second position, if you pull the wheel down and out, it'll go up into this upright position, which is out of the way, which is the position you'd use when you're actually using the tiller itself. So this is the in-use position, out of the way. And then down in the bottom position there, it makes it a bit more stable on the bench here, is the transport position. Okay. Next we have the drag bar. This has 3 positions, and this is being shown at the moment in the highest position, which would be the deepest cut. Now you'll see it has 3 grooves in the side of it, so you can lift the back of the machine up and actually remove the pin and go into the 2nd or 3rd groove depending on how deep you want to cut or how deep you're tilling at the time. Next we have the throttle. Now this is all in relation to the engine speed. So fully forward or away from you as you're operating it is the start position and is the highest RPM of the engine. And then as you pull it back, the engine will slow down, and right at the back there is the point at which it basically kills the spark and will switch the engine off. So right back to stop the engine, right forward to start. Next, we have the little clutch handle which starts the tiller blades rotating. Now you'll see it's got a little clip here which stops you pulling it down accidentally. So you need to lift the clip and pull the handle down, and that will start the tiller blades rotating. So that's the tiller blades, the throttle, and the little wheel here. As you can see, you've got all the tiller blades. Now to start the engine, right forward with the throttle. There's a red primer bulb. Let me just bring that in. Here we are. Now this is the primer bulb. Probably 2 to 3 times you'll need to push this after you've put the engine oil and fuel in. So 1, 2, 3, and that squirts a little bit of fuel into the carburetor. You've got the throttle in the full position. Pull start handle. Swift pull starter out until you feel resistance. Back in, and then a sharp pull on the pull start should start the engine, and the engine will start. Once it's started, you can drop the revs back just a little bit, and if your transport wheel was up and out of the way and you were on suitable ground, then you could start to use the machine and start tilling by pulling the handle down, releasing the clip. And that's pretty much the operation. Once you've finished tilling, obviously you get to the end of your strip or whatever, you can let go of the handle, the blades will stop rotating, and to stop the engine, pull the throttle lever right back. That will then kill the engine, and the engine will stop. And that's pretty much the operation of the machine. So there's one last thing you'll have to do, and that's to register your warranty. Okay, for that you're going to need the serial number of your machine, and that's written here. It's this long number here. So once you've got your serial number, you'll find the details on how to register your warranty in the user manual, and there's also a couple of the websites and what have you on the quick start guide. So thank you for buying your new Hyundai petrol tiller. I've been Adrian, and happy gardening.